It's we'll see what the decider is. Of course, we are now getting into game. We missed Champion Select, but things like the Yasuo were taken out the board. We check in now. It is the Xerath Vel'Koz on one side, opposite the Karma and Nico.
Yeah, little known fact, Pickman, not so important in this 2v2, I would say. But it is going to be poke versus poke, really, is kind of what it feels like here. Both these guys going to be looking to see if any of them can kind of fish for a stun or a knockup. That is pretty big. You can see Sweeper's Lens is able to be used to check those brushes.
Taking a lot of initial damage. Oh, no. Well, whoa! First blood. Hello, Mithy. Welcome back to NA. How's it feel?
Patrick with the facepalm there.
He's just losing it.
He is unimpressed with Mithy's play. Mithy did have the sweeper, didn't actually use it. So you can't, there's no wards to sweep, but you can see the shadows of players in the brush.
Yeah.
So you can kind of sweep and check ahead. Origen certainly up against it a little bit now. They did get both summoners off of Hylissang, but it's going to be up to them to kind of see if they can work their way back into this. Certainly going purely for poke. I think the all-in is a lot more powerful on the side of Fnatic, but Origen, if they're able to, say, connect the stun with a knockup as well, they do have opportunities to kind of battle back there. Be interested to see also like kind of what skill, the order they actually do go for, if that becomes relevant at all, because if you want to try to play some sort of a pushing strat, you could go like W-Max Vel'Koz and Q-Max on the Xerath and just try to kind of win on CS. So there are some different options, but based on the start, I'm guessing it's not going to be coming down a farm.
Yeah. Look at the way things have already started, at least. And of course, Mithy's option for the Q start. You see the W coming in from Patrick, trying to find that slow. Makes the easy follow-up from Mithy as well. Now we see the Q finally coming in for the Xerath. A little bit of damage there and start to max some of the wave clear. But I just feel like Karma and Nico, pound for pound, they don't have the same amount of poke, but just in any extended fight are going to be able to out-damage here. Root does connect. Patrick now in trouble. A lot of damage coming in from Hylissang.
Yeah, it takes all 3 hits of that Q, and yeah, I mean, certainly their all-in, I think, is probably stronger, but there's so much range on the side of Patrick and Mithy, but Mithy may be in trouble.
One more death for Mithy could spell the end. He's flashing away. Reckless, of course, has his flash. Will not go for anything else here, but...
Yeah, Reckless holding on to the flash.
A little rough for Mithy this game. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, not having the best of starts here for Mithy, but we'll see if they can battle it back at all. They are getting doubled in farm right now, and they're down the kill, and Mithy now has no flash. So, if Fnatic actually just bounce the wave, you could honestly just let Origen push it out and then look for something like a flash tether from Reckless to try to go for an all-in. They are going to look to reset for now, it seems, and we'll see what exactly the definitive strategy is going to be here from Fnatic.
I do find Mithy's purchase of the refillable quite hilarious. He will have to go back at some point again to get value out of that, and I do wonder if it should have just been 3 pots straight up.
Yeah, it definitely could have been, but at the same time, maybe he's thinking it's going to come down to farm, and if it's going to come down to farm, you can start to get some value there. You can see biscuits taken by both of the members here on Origen, so going to be having a lot of additional regen. Patrick grabs a potion, does have a biscuit in each of those inventories, and Reckless just going double door and is going to grab some Fairy Charms for the regen, and we'll see if they're going to be able to kind of get these sort of advantages. Nice, actually, Clone stealing the health pack away from Origen. I didn't even know you could do that.
That's super.
That's pretty cool.
I feel like Fnatic might have put a little bit more research into this 2v2 than OG did. That's some
grinding.
Either that or Reckless is a big fan of A-Rams, because that's something special right there. Or rather, fake Reckless. That's Hylissang would be the fan of A-Rams.
Yeah, definitely pretty cool to see that little strategy there. The health pack's not AoE in this mode like they are in ARAM these days, but nice binding.
Patrick instantly forcing out the barrier, though. That's going to be a big deal. Stun will not connect. He's not going to connect either. A bit of a struggle here for OG. Definitely have the push priority. You mentioned it earlier. A lot of AoE on the side of OG, but also down in CS, 34-22.
Yeah, and it is actually Q-Max for the Vel'Koz as well as the Xerath, so certainly prioritizing poke in that regard. Expecting Q-Max for both the Fnatic members, and it is. So they could just be waiting for the flash to actually come back up. Hylissang is going to have his flash sooner than Mithy, and he will have Ignite. So, they could just be waiting for 6, looking for some sort of a flash all-in, or even just waiting as soon as flash is up and going for that all-in, because certainly Origen will be in a lot of danger if they are able to actually connect with that Nico root.
Absolutely, and even if they can, let's say, burst someone down like Reckless in an opportune scenario, it's still difficult if she's able to mantra the snare there, get all that healing back, because if your initial round of cooldowns aren't going to do it, you are just going to lose out on the extended trade. Shape Splitter passive for Nico, quite strong.
Yeah, definitely the case, but level 6 for Vel'Koz also pretty strong, so, you know, if you get some pretty good poke down, Vel'Koz certainly has the ability to kind of finish off some of those kills. You know, if they are put into retreat by the Vel'Koz ultimate, then you have the Xerath ultimate to try to help you mop that up as well. So, you know, Origen certainly does have kill potential, but this is one where they're very far behind the farm, and the Binding lands!
And Patrick, that's the Ignite as well. They can push for anything else. Patrick starting to take down, not going to be enough. Level 6 for Reckless will just sidestep away, is going to be forced out of lane here, and it might just be a slow victory for Fnatic at this stage, pushing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's certainly looking like it. They both had flash available. I wonder if they could have just flashed in and finished them off with autos, because they do just need one kill.
Forward. He's going to get locked up into the tower, though. Taken out. Can he kill Patrick? A little over-aggressive there. Now it's 1-1.
Yeah, they didn't flash with Apollo when he had almost no health. Like, trying to go for that dive.
Ulti comes out. Oh, they get him. Sidesteps.
He has enough health. I don't think he'll die if he gets hit by both.
You're ruining the tension. Moment of truth. Okay, he's fine. All right. But now we have a fight. Now we actually have something on the line. The next all-in will decide everything.
Yeah, and both the flashes are now gone here from the side of Fnatic. So the botch dive and Origen right back in it. We'll see what they're going to do here. It looks like they're probably going to go reset. So egg on your face, he's going to get the refillable potion filled right back up. I think you owe him an apology.
I will apologize personally to Mithy.
Maybe write him a letter.
Oh, that's a full health. Surprise. Still on level 5, however. Saying losing out on a lot of XP after that aggressive decision to dive the tower.
But it would have been cool if it worked.
Oh, for sure.
So there is that.
For sure. And for a few moments there, it really did, you know, build up the game. It's like this exciting, exciting thing. Now, 70 CS, but from what I've seen from Hylissang, he's not interested in farming. So I feel like we might still have a big explosive moment to finish this one up.
Yeah, and the ultimate's probably going to be back for Origen before Fnatic is actually able to finish off the game through farm. So we'll see if they can make anything happen with that. Some nice poke landing of Hylissang, but he may just be going back for the reset here once again. Lots of early AP, double Dorans, a bunch of amp tomes being bought up by these players. Hylissang did actually get a Fiendish Codex there, so grabbing a little bit of CDR, and he has his ultimate available, so it will be hard, I think, though, to get in since they don't have their flashes. That's really the big deal. It's tough to actually close the gap on the Xerath and the Vel'Koz if they don't face check you and you don't have your flash. And
Reckless, of course, setting up the brush, waiting for the face check. Will not get spotted out there. Backsteps, misses out on both Qs, and Hylissang can now step forward. Soul Flare comes in, clears most of that wave, and just now OG are getting 50. They're at a 30 minion deficit just about, so they're going to need to find a kill eventually here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as long as Fnatic isn't getting zoned off the minions, they can actually just play for farm at this point. They don't even have to go for any sort of an all-in. But Mithy does have his ultimate back. Patrick getting his pretty soon. So, if you can land any sort of knock-up, any sort of stun, there is the ability to actually chain that into one another and try to really just knock them down from high health.
We're just waiting. OG need to fish. They need to find something.
I mean, you have like 2 waves to work with pretty much, a little bit more than that. I mean, there's 7 minions in this wave. You'll get like 2.5 waves basically until the game's over. So Origen gotta start to look.
Mithy gotta...
I don't think you can go back to base though. Like,
I think
you're gonna just lose. Yeah, so they have to actually try something. They do a flash on Mithy, but Fnatic members are both full health. They're just looking like they just want to play it really, really safe. Just sit back. He's going to steal away that health back from Mithy with the clone, so nicely done, and 10 minions separating them from victory.
Hylissang wants to play. Going forward, Mithy now in trouble. Ignite is there, burning down, the ult is going to come back. Pop off the stun! Hylissang needs to be careful, he may just given everything up. The ulti coming out. Fancy footwork. Missing. One more, not going to connect, okay. All right, anticlimactic, but very close.
Reckless takes it, so I guess Hylissang must be going back to base. No, Reckless is going to go back to base too. Okay, so they're just going to try to reset. I mean, you're so far ahead, you don't even have to risk it. You can just reset and clear one wave, right? Like, you're still over 30 CS ahead, so Fnatic going to play it safe. And it's feeling like with the ultimates down, this one's pretty much done and dusted. As they go back to base and they can just walk down and kill one wave, and they will win. Origen can't base. They have to kill them before they can get one wave, but look at all the minions pushing to the tower, so...
Heals there. But Reckless can just instantly clear the way, but that's fake Reckless. Stepping forward, Mithy now, Mithy's dead. Mithy's gonna go, here it comes, one more, that'll do it. Reckless grabs the